Very nice indeed. Well, good morning all, and welcome to another video, the first video since my coast to coast, and I thought I'd kind of check in with you. It's been, how long has it been now? It's been nearly 2 months, coming up to 2 months since I finished the coast to coast on the 18th of August, and so I thought it'd be a good opportunity just to let you know what I've been up to, how I've been feeling, how I've been recovering, and the big question that a few people have been asking me is, what am I going to be doing next? You know, it's a strange one, kind of leaving the coast to coast and coming back down south and getting back to normality and back to work, and it's strange. It's a strange one because in some ways I know I've done it, obviously, but in other ways it just feels like a bit of a blur, really, and I have to remind myself of what I've accomplished, and I've had to go back and watch some of my own videos and look at my photos because it's almost like it hasn't happened. And I think by looking back at the videos and the photos, I've reminded myself of actually how challenging the coast to coast was, because it was really hard. And it was funny, I remember going back to the back end of July, just before I left, and I was packing up and kind of doing all my final preparations, and I was so nervous about going and doing it. I was really apprehensive, actually, really anxious, wasn't sleeping well, just thinking about everything, probably overthinking it, to be honest. And actually, it turned out okay. It turned out okay in the end. As you know, if you've been seeing the videos or following me on Instagram. Oh, that's a nice coffee. Can't beat a cowboy coffee. So in terms of how I'm doing, you'll remember I had a couple of injuries, the main one being the shin, the left shin, and that was nearly curtains for me on the coast to coast. But fortunately I pulled through, and it only just fully recovered, I'd say, about 2 weeks ago. So it was still hurting and quite weak for quite a long period of time after I got back. But I think it just needed rest. It just needed to not be walking across England, and it was fine, and it recovered. So that's good. I've still got this sprained finger in this hand from when I fell on Kidsty Pike. Pretty sure it's not broken. I think I would have known about that. But I've just been advised that it's probably the tendon that's really pulled, and I just need to really get on it and just be exercising it just to strengthen it up again, because it's really weak and I can't really use it. I can't really kind of carry things or hold things that well. So need to get on that and get that sorted. And I haven't actually been anywhere. This is probably the first time I've been out, certainly the first time I've done a video since the coast to coast. I actually really needed a break because I'd just been doing so much filming for every day for 2 weeks. I had been editing pretty much solid since I got back. Hours of going through footage, and had so much footage to go through. But hopefully you like the videos that came out in the end. So yes, I haven't done any filming, haven't really gone out. This is the first time I've been out, but I suppose you're thinking, what am I going to be doing next? So oh, hang on, I'm just going to just top up the coffee. This is the good thing about cowboy coffee, is you can make a whole steaming pot of it, or kettle of it, and then have it all to yourself. Cheers. Oh, beautiful. So yeah, temperatures are dropping. As you can see from my attire today, it was about 4 or 5 degrees when I walked into the woods this morning, and so just been thinking about what I want to do, what I can do. So in terms of mega hikes, like big hikes, like the coast to coast, I've got my eye on a few, but they're not going to happen. I'm just going to let you know now, they're not going to happen for a very long time, and that is mainly due to time availability. My family were very kind to me. Thank you, family. Gave me 2 weeks off to go and do the coast to coast. They take a lot of time, don't they, especially these big ones. I would love at some point in the future to maybe have a look at the Pennine Way, the Cleveland Way, which I did a bit of on the coast to coast. The big one I'm really interested in is the Southwest Coast Path. I feel quite inspired by the book by Raina Wynn, The Salt Path, when her and her husband did it. That looks amazing. I would love to do that, but that is a long, long way off. That's 600 miles. That would be a lot of time to take off. So I might have to wait literally a few years to do that one. But in terms of what I can achieve, I've been thinking about section hiking. It's not something I've really done before. I either do kind of what I call mini hikes that I can just kind of do and complete in a weekend, or I've been, doing the big ones like Peddars Way, South Downs Way, coast to coast. So I thought about section hiking, where you just do a bit, go back to your normal life, come back, do another bit, and so on. And that is what I'm thinking is achievable and what I'm going to do. So there are 2, maybe 3 trails that I'm thinking of section hiking. One of them is the Vanguard Way, and that is a very interesting trail that links London to the coast. So London, where I live, walking all the way down to New Haven and right to the sea. So it'll be a kind of London to the sea adventure, which is quite exciting, quite like the sound of that. And then the other one that I'm thinking about is the Saxon Shore Way. I was talking to Richard from Day Tripper, and he was telling me how he had done that, and that looks really interesting. So if you don't know, the Saxon Shore Way is the original coastline of southeast England when the Saxons were here, and it goes through some really, really interesting parts of the southeast of England. It's 163 miles, so definitely would have to do that in bits, possibly. The other one that's closer to home is the Capital Ring, which is a route which I've done a little bit of previously, and because it's a circular walk, you can kind of pick it up anywhere, and it just goes around the outskirts of London through all the kind of rural, nice, rivery, woody bits. So yeah, there's a few things to think about, and it's quite nice actually. I feel I do need something to think about and at least start planning for, even if it's small, well, smaller than what I've just done, because I just want to kind of keep it going, really, kind of keep that walking, hiking vibe going. The other thing is just wild camping. I have not done a wild camp for ages. I can't even remember the last one I did. So that is something I'd like to think about and plan for. Might even do it with a friend or two, just to kind of have a bit of company after spending so much time on my own. I do like the idea of having company. So yeah, look at some wild camps, a nice sort of autumn, winter wild camp somewhere. Be quite nice to do. Oh yes, so the fundraiser. So you'll know I was walking the coast to coast for Pancreatic Cancer UK, and I'm very pleased to say that I have hit £3,900. So thank you so much if you are watching this video and you are one of those people that has very kindly donated to support Pancreatic Cancer UK. It's incredible, it's amazing. When I first started, I had the target at 1,000, then I raised it to 2,000. Then I'll tell you a secret, I raised it again to 3,000. I just couldn't resist it, couldn't resist raising the target. But it paid off, and we're heading towards 4,000. I just can't believe it, even when I say that, £4,000. It's amazing, and what's great in this age of just giving and all that is the money goes directly straight to the charities. So as soon as you donate, I don't see it, it just goes straight to the charity, and they can start using the money straight away. And they already have, and they've already been contacting me saying that the money you've donated is going towards treatments and early diagnosis for this disease, which is amazing. I'm just so chuffed, honestly. I'm just so pleased. It only feels it only feels like yesterday that I was thinking about this project and setting up my Just Giving page and working out where I was going to stay on the coast to coast, and just hours, days of planning, and now I'm sitting here in the autumn of 2024 with my coffee, and it's done, it's all done. And as you can tell, I'm rather pleased. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I just wanted to give you an update, let you know how I'm doing. I hope you're well, and I'm looking forward to bringing you on another adventure, be it a wild camp, a section hike, a day hike, another coffee. We'll see. All right, take care, have a great week. See you soon.